I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, a podcast with expensive opinions. Before I start, make sure you check last episode 161. I talked about the Tank Davis and Jake Paul fight that's upcoming. I gave my opinion on that. Welcome to episode 162. As you can see by the title of this episode, I'm going to be talking about football. A lot of people's favorite time of the year. I'm going to speak about week one, give my predictions, and let's get straight into it. If I didn't already say it, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Check the description down below. I have my link for my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. If I said it, I said it again. But yeah, a lot of people's favorite time of the year is approaching. A lot of people's favorite sport is approaching. America's sport is approaching. Football, NFL season, 2025, 2026. Is here basically, like days away. I'm super duper excited. I cannot wait. Last season, I think I gave my prediction each and every single week. I probably missed 1 week. I'm not too sure, but I gave my opinion, my prediction every single week. By now, if you don't know, I'm a Ravens fan, so you know I'm definitely gonna think the Ravens are gonna go far. Only time will tell. But to start off, we have week one. I don't know if it's game one, but the first game is Thursday, September 4th. Cowboys and Eagles. Um, it's felt like it's been so long since I haven't talked about football. That should be a good matchup, a good game. I will give it to the Eagles to get straight into it. I think the Eagles beat the Cowboys. I think there's just the better team, more equipped. Eagles are coming off a Super Bowl. I think they, start the season with the W. Saquon might have good numbers. Jalen Hurts might have good numbers. And I feel like they're gonna defeat the Cowboys. Now the day after, Friday, September 5th, we have Chiefs and Chargers. This should be a really good game. I think the Chiefs have a good wide receiver core this year. And I think that last season, I wouldn't call it an off season for Mahomes, even though if we call that an off season and he made the Super Bowl, I could only imagine, what a good season could bring. Even though we've seen, what he's done and what he still could do. I think Mahomes might have a better year this year, probably numbers wise. Still, might have a good record as well. I think that they start off week one and they beat the Chargers, start on 1-0. Now going on to Sunday, we have a lot of games on Sunday. We have Dolphins and Colts. Should be a good game. I think the Dolphins win though. Steelers and Jets. I think I might give it to the Steelers. I think the Steelers beat the Jets. Go 1-0. Panthers, Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a better year. Last year was such a bad year for him, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Jaguars win. Then you have Saints and Cardinals. I give it to the Cardinals. I think Cardinals beat the Saints. Giants, Commanders should be really good. This is on Sunday. Giants defense, it's gonna probably thrive and do really good. But the Commanders are just, they're coming off a great season last season. Rookie quarterback made it really far, just a game away from the Super Bowl. And I think they just re-signed McLaurin. I think it's an extension or something. So he's still on the squad. They don't have, I forgot who left. No, they do now have Deebo Samuel. I think De'Ami Brown had left, if I'm not mistaken. But they have another weapon, so that should be interesting. I might give it to the Commanders, though. I think the Commanders beat the Giants week one. You have Falcons, Buccaneers. I think Bucks win. Bengals, Browns. This should be a good game. I give it to the Bengals, though. Bengals are still might be in a tricky position, because it's like so much guys are paid, but then it's like the other part of the team is lacking. But in other words, I want to see how their defense does this year around, because last year the defense was a big reason why they had the record that they had. So it's gonna be interesting how it pans out for them. It's so hard to kind of like predict for like so much teams and different guys because everybody comes, you know, with a different, the motive is to win, but different game plan. Guys just get better in the off season, or some guys just may play differently, fall off, or have an off year. So I don't want to say that the Bengals are gonna fall into the same, position that they was in, and not make it far. But I'll definitely, it's a team that I'm gonna definitely look out for the whole season and see if they definitely improve, because their quarterback is great quarterback. So you always wanna see how they bounce back in a sense. Patriots Raiders. I honestly don't really care for this game, but I think the Patriots beat the Raiders. 49ers Seahawks should be a good game. I think I'm gonna give it to the 49ers though. Titans Broncos, I give that to the Broncos. Lions Packers, giving that to the Lions. Texas Rams should definitely be a really good game. Um, a lot of people say that Texans quarterback had a sophomore slump, so we'll see how he responds this year. But damn, I'm gonna give it to the Texans. I think the Texans beat the Chargers in a very no the Rams, my fault. The Rams in a very close game. That should be one of the games that everybody should look out for. Um, then we have at 8:20, last game on Sunday, Ravens Bills. Listen, man, the plans that I have to go all out this season for my Ravens to win, just stay tuned. Like, I'm gonna just have fun with it. An idea I thought about. But listen, I emphasize the fact that I need Lamar to win a ring, and I know a lot of America agrees with me. Um, I think that there's people that are not even Ravens or Lamar fans would like to see Lamar with a ring. Um, and there's a lot of people who, of course, don't, give him the respect he deserves. It's always two sides of things. Uh, but I need the Ravens to really, go all out this year. For the past couple of years, it's been, you know, this, that, and the third, or whatever. I mean, there's been seasons that he was injured. I think like 3 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago, we lost to the Chiefs when Flowers, had let the ball go. Well, not let it go. He had got it punched out, like right there from scoring. And then last season, we lost to the Bills. A lot of little minor mistakes, um, from the guys, but it's part of the game. As a fan, it's frustrating. I can only imagine how it is for the players. And I'm pretty sure I spoke about this after the results of that Bills Ravens game. But I think that, I mean, it's a flex, but then it's like not a flex at the same time. Ravens regular season are ridiculous. Like nobody wants to see us. I mean, what we did to the Texans on Christmas Day, a countless amount of games. We have a new kicker. I think he's Tyler Loop, if I'm not mistaken. He's a rookie. So what he's been doing, is tough. It's really a good thing. I think I've seen multiple videos of him kicking it like 70 yards out, 61 yards out, 50. So he got a leg on him. Um, Lamar is coming off the best season he's ever had, and he didn't win MVP, but that's a whole other conversation. I think we're past that. And I think that I'm expecting him to just come back, with a clean, how do I explain it? Clean mindset, not holding too much grudges or whatever, just moving on, knowing that he has a whole other opportunity in front of him, to reach a Super Bowl. Um, Andrews, I mean, I know he's probably one of the guys who went through it the most, especially for dropping that catch to tie up the game, if I'm not mistaken. Guys like Devin Henry, are coming back different. Zay Flowers, who didn't have an opportunity to play that game coming off an injury. So it's a lot of every guy is coming back, off of something. And not even those guys, just the whole team. I mean, a lot of people like to blame themselves for certain things. But I'm just kind of naming the guys who, I just had that chance or, it was broadcasted the way it was or pushed the way it was on how they, made the mistakes that they made. But whatever. I got the Ravens beating the Bills. I'm gonna stop chatting. I got the Ravens beating the Bills. I think we're gonna violate. I think the defense that we have this year. I think 2 years ago was our defense we had was insane. Last year our defense was really good. I think the year before that was good, but I think this year might top 2 seasons ago or might be a bit better. I think our defense is super duper stacked. Of course, the offense has to go out there and put in work because the defense and the offense are never out there at the same time. So one part of the team could do their job, and the other part could slack. But I think that with Hopkins, I think this is Zay Flowers' fourth year, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got a rookie wide receiver. We got Henry, Likely, Andrews, Bateman. We got a couple guys that could definitely make sure they score, and get us the wins we need to get. I think that, but also giving props to the Bills. They have MVP on their side. I just think we're the better team, realistically. If we go like down the roster, sometimes the better team don't always win, but I think we have that that get back in us, especially we lost to the Bills. So I think Lamar beats the Bills. I think the Ravens beat the Bills. I'm not gonna say a blowout, but I think we beat them by like a touchdown or two, probably. And start week 1-0. Then we have Monday Vikings and the Bears. I think this should be a good game. Damn. I'll say the Vikings win. I think the Vikings will start 1-0. So much in store for this NFL season. It should be a good season. And yeah, time flies. So it's crazy because it's been a minute since I talked about football, but it's already back basically next week. Only thing is that I have to find a way to watch some of these games because I would not be in the country. So it's going to be interesting. I'll make sure I tune in though. And like I said, man, I plan to just go all out and defend the Ravens this year. So I for real hope they're good or they live up to the image that they've portrayed for the past realistically 4 seasons maybe. With the quarterback that they have and the defense coordinators and the coach and all of that. And yeah, that's my week 1 predictions. It's looking like I'm gonna just do the same thing and go through all the weeks and give my predictions. And like I said, I mean, I hope it's a good season. I know it's going to be towards the ending of the season. We're going to get to that. Oh, this team has to win, so this team doesn't get there. But if this team loses, then this team. So, it's always good competitive sport. A lot of people prefer watching NFL than basketball, and I'm starting to see it. Basketball, you don't get interested until like probably a certain part of the year right before the playoffs or something. I feel like with football, you're like you're tuned in from week 1. Especially if you only get it once a week, depending on whoever your team is. Probably 2 times, but mostly once a week. But yeah, that's really my predictions. I just need the Ravens to go crazy. Whatever your favorite team is, make sure you comment below. Let me know how you think they're gonna do. And I can't wait, to talk on this season and see what happens. But that's really it for this video. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share. God willing, I'll be here next week, and I'm out.